I've been getting a few requests to do the beat breakdown for Kanayo, so let's do that right now. But before I get started, I have a very quick announcement I'd like to make. In the recent times, I've had a lot of you come into my DMs wanting me to mix and master your record. But unfortunately, most of the time, your budget is usually not up to what I would normally work with. And I think I've come up with a solution for that. In case you don't know, recently I got accepted into joining the Engineers community. So this is what I'm going to be doing right now, okay? If you book my services on engineers.com, you'll be getting to work with me at 70% off. Like 70% off. Crazy, right? So this is how that's going to happen. If you go on the platform, all of my services, I've set the price to be at 50% off. And then you get additional 20% off on your first booking. So that means you're getting to work with me for up to 70% off, right? We're talking about getting your song mastered for as low as $100. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is going to run for the whole of September, and after that, we go back to our usual thing. So if you've ever sent me a DM wanting me to mix and master your record, I guess this would be an opportunity or a chance for us to work together and let me help you take your record from here to there. All right. The link is in my bio. I'm also going to drop the link at the description of this video, okay? Let's see how we can make some amazing music together in the month of September, okay? Let's get it. Now, back to Kanayo. So again, man, I want to say big shout out to everybody streaming Kanayo. It's really amazing how you guys really are rocking with this record. It's amazing. So today I'm going to show you a quick beat breakdown of everything I did. Hopefully you can learn one or two things from it, okay? One of the first things I actually started with when I was making this record, actually the first thing I started with, not even one, was this keyboard. Right. This was inspired by Weeknd's record, right? I was listening to Weeknd's record around 2 a.m. in the morning. There was a song that had the chord progression ending in a suspended chord. So I said, I'm going to try that. So basically what I'm playing here is just, F major 7, D minor 7, and an A sus chord, basically. So technically it's far really loud, but you understand what I'm saying? By the way, this sound is from Piano V. This is a piano VST from Artura. Piano sounds here are very rich. And I think the next thing I added to this beat was actually the shaker. Right? Yeah. I mean, at this point, I was already getting the vibe of what I want. And if you notice, there's also something happening to the shaker. So there's something I do to my shaker that I think really adds groove to the shaker. So I always use kickstart. I like to use kickstart to do a bit of side chaining. So it just gives that shaker a little bit extra bounce. And I also send the shaker to my reverb and my delay bus to add reverb and delay to make the shaker feel a little bit fuller. Let me take out the kickstart and just turn off the effect so you can hear the difference. Right? Normal good Amapiano shaker, but once you add the kickstart, then you start to get some bit of movement, like, right? It's already that. You get what I'm saying? It's actually quite mad. And then obviously once you add the reverb and the delay, it's just right. You just feel it come from everywhere. That's what I did to the shaker. So I think the next thing I added was this piano melody, very simple piano melody. I actually have a video on the channel on how you can actually turn chords into melody. And I used that technique for this. It's very simple. I'm going to leave a link here. I hope I'm pointing in the right direction this time around, but I'm going to leave a link here so that you can check it out. Right, so it goes. Very soft. Let me solo just that. Nice. You get. And I started adding all of my pads, right? A lot of the pads I use on this record I got from Toxic Biohazard. There's a free VST that comes with FL. See, listen, if you want to make dope on Amapiano records, most of the sound you need from synths to pad, you can get it from Toxic Biohazard. This is a very dope plugin for Amapiano. So let's hear the first part. Let's take that back. That's this guy. What's the name of this part? Seventh Gate. Okay, I get people always asking me what sound was that. So listen, this one is Seventh Gate. The seventh gate. That's the first part, right? The next thing I added was the synth. This sound is also from Toxic Biohazard. It's called The Mechanic. I mean, this already has ginger, because I was trying to create a sound that is very calming but still has a very dancey part to it. Do you understand? So you can like really vibe to it, but then you can still relax to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's a good balance of both. This very lead sound, yeah, this puts that dance into the whole song. Right. Right, and I think I added this guy. Also a synth from Toxic Biohazard. This is what? Dynamic sequence. One thing about Amapiano, most times you want to layer with multiple parts, right? To create very, very unique texture. So I have this part from, again, Toxic Biohazard, and this is chorus. Let me mute the part alone so you hear what it sounds like. Very, very, very relaxing. And when you combine that with the piano, you already get like a... Yeah. Right. And then I think I added this riser just to get the Amapiano feel very quickly. Because once you have this riser, you already feel like your beat is almost complete. Like... Very, very low loops, that I've actually put together before, and they're my piano essential kits that I've been working on for a while. I'm eventually going to put it out, don't worry. I think I would. I'll work on put it out. So I have this first loop here. Right. Yeah, I call it ghost loop. I sound actually gives this beat one very, very mad vibe. Listen. Right. Then I added this other loop. This is a cricket sound. You'd have heard many other Amapiano sound, and I call it ghost cricket, right? So this is... One thing I want you to know about these sounds, yeah, is I'm sending all of them through my reverb bus. Because again, I'm a piano, so you want reverb. You want a lot of reverb for most of your sound. So you can have a very, very nice texture, okay? Because technically, you don't need a lot of sound, right? But you just need the right sound that you can throw in a lot of reverb into, or based on what you need, sharp. You understand? And then just make those sounds sound bigger. You get? So that's what I'm doing here for most of the sounds, right? They're all going to my reverb bus. So if I go into the log drums and the rest of the beat, let's just look at the drums, right? Let's see what I've done. Basically, what I'm doing here is a very, very, very nice, simple Amapiano groove, right? Just... Right. Right. Right, very simple drum loop. I mean, the star of the show is mainly the log drums, right? One thing about log drums, man, when you're doing your log drums, it has to bang, especially if you're trying to make, modern type of Amapiano beats. Right, so let's get the log drums real quick. It's actually very simple, to be honest, but there's a nice, right, bounce to it, right? Right, and obviously it's very important to layer your log drums, right? So I've layered the log drum with a saw bass. I'm using the sine bass from DX10. I adjusted the modulation and amplitude a little bit so it sounds very, very thick. Very simple. Yeah. Right. See, that's what gives that weight to the log drum, right? Because the log drum by itself would just be very, very plain. Let's listen to the difference. See, this is just a log drum. Right, it just sounds very thin. When you add the sub, mad. And I have a log drum preset that I created. I call it analogs, just to add extra ginger to the log drum and switch it up for this next couple of bars here. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I'm only just using them sparingly, right? You don't want to do too much of that. You just want to have it like a little bit of spice that you're dropping every once in a while. Hold on, let me show you the preset in case you want to copy it. So this is a preset. It's actually very simple. I'm just making few adjustments to the modulation and then to the amplitude and a bit of adjustment in the miscellaneous. I don't know what this is. I guess misc. So this is the hook part. For the hook part, yeah, I added this sweet, sweet part from Analog Lab. Like this sound, wow. Yeah. I think this is let's see, that should be an E piano of some sort. But anyways, it's called Just the Way You Were. Beautiful sound. sick. And then I added one more part again from Analog Lab, right? What's this one called now? It's called Divine Glory. Right. Just to lift the chorus a little bit. Look at that. Like, it's a perfect mixture of dance and relaxation. It's just mad. Yeah, and I think that's it. That's it for the whole beat, actually. And then, obviously, for the arrangement, I just copied all of that over for the remaining parts of the record. That's literally all I did here. Let me look at the mixer if there's anything I can show you. For most of the sound, I'm not doing nothing to them here because, again, I mix in Logic Pro, so I don't do too much processing in terms of, you know, EQ and whatnot. I just get the sound as good as it can possibly sound by itself here. If I need to do anything, I'll just do it from the VST itself. What am I using for reverb? I'm using Valhalla Supermassive. This is a very mild reverb and it's free. And I'm using this 80s space reverb. This is like my favorite preset. I just set the mix to 30, set the feedback to 85%, and you get these very, very nice big sounds. Right, and then delay, I'm using my favorite delay as usual, Combat Kit Baby Audio. Very, very cheap delay. I think it's about $20 or less. I can't even remember right now, but yeah, that's it. That's the whole beat for Kanayo. Very, very simple, very straightforward, and I'm very happy that you guys are enjoying the record just as much as I enjoyed making it, because this was actually very fun to make and it was very easy. It was one of those beats where you just like 10 minutes, you're done, right? So yeah, man, you guys keep streaming Kanayo. Project Atmos is going to drop on the 7th of this month. I can't wait for you guys to hear the whole project as well. So that's going to be it for now. If you like this content, make sure you leave me a like, subscribe for more, and follow me on all my social media platforms. Instagram, TikTok, it's just Ben Macaulay everywhere, right? And again, like I said, if you want me to mix and master your record, you can follow the link in the comment section or hit the link in my bio on any of my social media platforms, right? To get up to 70% off mixing and mastering when you book on engineers.com. All right, so that's going to be it for now, man. I shall see you on the next one. And out.